Like a Dragon Ishin is a remake I have been waiting for some time now to release in the West. And I am a massive Yakuza fan and I'm very interested in Japanese history. So this game is basically tailor-made for me. But does it live up to the entries in the Yakuza franchise? Let's talk about it. Hello guys, welcome to a new Ace Ice review. Today we are reviewing Like a Dragon Ishin, which is the newest game from the Yakuza games series. It's called now Like a Dragon because they wanted to change the name to the Japanese name. I've been waiting a very long time for this game because it was stuck in Japan and now I finally get my hands on it with a remade version for the PlayStation 4. Let's take a look. Like a Dragon Ishin is a game set in Edo, Japan, and it shows in its world design. You are normally accustomed to Kamurocho's big city design, but that doesn't mean this game is less detailed in its presentation, far from it. Graphically, Ishin is pretty good to look at, but it doesn't stand out much from other last-gen Yakuza games. You have to keep in mind that this is still a cross-gen game and it needs to run on a base PlayStation 4 and an Xbox One, so it does look mostly last-gen. But luckily, the world is very lively and detailed. Many NPCs walk around the town center and interiors look pretty detailed as well. In my 20-hour playtime I never encountered any major bugs. There were only a few flickering texture bugs, but these can be easily patched out pretty quickly. The rest of the game is pretty polished. But it also comes with the uneven treatment of side characters. To hardcore Yakuza fans this will be pretty standard, but it might be jarring for newcomers, especially with a game like this on the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. Some aspects of this remake can feel a bit dated. The voice acting of the main cast is yet again superior, just like the other Yakuza games, and the soundtrack is absolutely booming. I have literally no complaints about this. I loved every performance from Kiryu, the main character. Of course he's not called Kiryu in this game. Also Majima, loved him as well, and all the other recognizable characters that you see in the game from the Yakuza franchise. Hell, you even see some characters from the newest Like a Dragon, and that's also pretty nice. For the next game, I would like to see some more voice acting work for the side characters and side quests, especially now that the Yakuza franchise is getting bigger now worldwide. I would like to see a bigger budget reflected, but it's definitely not a major deal breaker for this game. I do have one bigger negative on its world design. For some reason you only have one street from north to the south district in Kyo, and it can get pretty repetitive if you have to walk multiple times through the same street to get to the other district, and this will happen multiple times in the story. It's not like Kamurocho where you have multiple streets to choose from to go from A to B. I wish this could have been a bit better, but that is all. The gameplay in Ishin is pretty in-depth, with multiple systems. There are yet again many side quests as well as minigames available for you to discover, and the combat system is quite unique from the other Yakuza titles. Yakuza is a well-known franchise for having goofy side quests, and you will find those yet again in this entry, but this time more tailored to the Edo, Japan time frame. There are many of them and I didn't have the time to do them all for this review. So when it comes to the content volume of the game, you won't be disappointed, I can tell you that. The minigames are also there. You can go to the karaoke club, dance club, or you can help out the local restaurant chef cooking his meals for his customers. And of course, gambling is also present. there is also a whole light farming simulation minigame with Haruka that you can do with its own little storyline, just like the massive management minigames in the other titles. All of this isn't as fleshed out, but it delivers so much extra content that it's absolutely worth your money. The combat system is also pretty interesting this time around. You basically have 4 combat styles that you can switch from: the brawler style, sword style, gunslinger and wild dancer. Every style has a use towards a different situation, and you can upgrade these individually with a skill tree, unlocking new moves, or you can go to dojos to train in a specific style to unlock new moves. But where the combat system really opens up is the use of your commando squad. You basically equip 4 cards for every style, that you will have some sort of power to them in the form of a character. And you can also individually level these up by doing combat or going on expedition missions, and it's really good stuff. You can even recruit new members to your commando unit by defeating enemies in the world or through side quests. There are so many gameplay progression systems in Like a Dragon Ishin, and it always feels like you're progressing towards something new, and it's really cool. When it comes to gameplay, Yakuza Ishin is absolutely awesome.
しかもこの世に存在しないはずのもう一人の自分に切られることになるんやからな。なあ、坂本龍馬さんよ。
The story of Ishin is actually based on real-life events that happened right before the Meiji Restoration period, which I wasn't even aware of, and it's really well done. Expect the usual dramatic storytelling from the Yakuza games, with lots of plot twists and mini betrayals of different characters. It's great stuff. If you are a Yakuza fan, you will notice lots of returning characters from past games, like Kiryu and Majima and so many more. It's a ultimate fan service for the Yakuza fanbase, but as a newcomer, you don't really need to know any of these characters, so you can jump also in if you are a totally new player and experience it as a standalone story. There is also this whole diagram with characters and who is related to who with different actions and reasons, almost like a family tree. Of course, I can't show you this diagram, otherwise I would be spoiling you guys big time, so you just have to use your imagination here on how it looks like, but it's so in-depth and every character has its own motivations and it's all very believable and grounded. My only little gripe with the story is that some of the returning characters aren't as well used as others, especially some of the characters from Yakuza 0, like Ito and Takeda. That's how they are called in this game. In 0 they are called differently. I expected a bit more involvement of these characters, especially after many interviews they have done for the promotion of the game, because you are a pretty big antagonist in Yakuza 0 and a famous actor in Japan, but they don't really get that much screen time except for one, which I won't spoil. Otherwise, the story is awesome and well written, just like the other Yakuza titles, with a good pacing between each chapter, and you can easily finish the game if you want to skip most of the side activities. If you want to, of course. I don't recommend it because you will miss a lot of fun, but it doesn't hold you back in any way if you just want to do the main storyline. And that is always something I really appreciate. Like a Dragon Ishin is yet another phenomenal entry in the Yakuza franchise. Although the remake itself can be a bit outdated on a technical front, when it comes to the content, the game delivers in spades, with a great story, awesome soundtrack and in-depth gameplay that will absolutely satisfy returning Yakuza fans as well as captivating new ones. And You don't need to have any knowledge of the previous games to enjoy it, but it will enhance it if you do. Yet again, RGG Studios succeeds at being the most consistent studio in the industry. I score Like a Dragon Ishin a 9 out of 10 with a skill score to 8.5. So this was our review, our Ace Ice review. Let us know in the comment section down below if you guys liked the video. What is your opinion of Yakuza Like a Dragon Ishin? Let me know in the comment section down below if you've already played the game, yes or no. Thank you guys for watching. As always, like the video, that would help us a lot. And subscribe to the channel. Also, the next review will probably be Resident Evil 4 Remake. I've been very busy lately playing so many games. Octopath Traveler 2 also just released and it's a great game as well, but I just don't have any of the time to also do a review for Octopath Traveler 2. Maybe I will do an impressions video or something like that. I do think that game deserves a lot more respect than it's getting, so I will see how I'm going to do that. But stay tuned for the next review, which will probably be Resident Evil 4 Remake. Thank you guys for watching again, and I'll see you guys in the next Ace Ice video. Bye bye.